What's up, fellow Guardians? My name is The Cell Games. Today is January 14th, 2022, and Zer is in the EDZ. You can find him over here in the Winding Cove. As always, he's got his Xenology Quest, which is also known as the Exotic Cipher, which you can pick up every single week for a previous exotic once you've completed, or another chance at an exotic Engram. Let's see what he gives us. An armamentarium. Not the worst roll overall, but I believe I have a better one, so I'm going to delete this. The exotic up for grabs this week is the Sweet Business. Its exotic perk is called Payday, which gives you a larger magazine, increased accuracy when firing from the hip. Picking up special or heavy ammo bricks immediately reloads this weapon. Secondary perk is called Business Time. Sustained fire boosts range and rate of fire. Does come with a couple of ornaments that you can grab for either bright dust whenever there's for sale, or you can spend I believe about 600 silver for each. It also does have an exotic catalyst, which when this weapon is fully spun up, flinch from incoming damage is greatly reduced. Not a bad auto rifle, especially now that it has infinite ammo. If you're a Titan or a Hunter, or actually even a Warlock, there are ways for you to maintain its sustained fire for a bit, either using the transverse steps if you're a Warlock. Hunters don't necessarily need the exotic because all they need is their dodge roll, which the one that reloads your weapon. And Titans, you just basically need your armamentarium, and this weapon basically fires forever. So yeah, if you don't at least have this, you should at least grab it, you know, to have it. You never know what kind of crazy builds someone might be able to come up with next season, as well as the exotic catalyst, which I believe you can get from doing strikes. The hunter exotic for the week is called the Gwisten Vest. The exotic perk is called Roving Assassin. Each spectral blades kills you make before going into stealth will restore more of your super energy. Got a 66 overall roll, high intellect, which will you'll get dealt 2 points in intellect if you masterwork it. You get a pretty good amount of recovery, almost 2 points if you masterwork it. You get 1 point in mobility, 1 point in resilience, and acceptable amount of discipline and strength. If you don't already have this one is pretty much a really good roll. I don't know why you wouldn't pick this up unless you have a better roll somehow in your vault. So if you are a hunter main, especially with the spectral blades for PvE, if you want to get your super back, I don't believe it's as good as it used to be for PvP, but definitely for PvE, this is, I mean, it's a really good roll. I don't know why you would pass this up. It's got one ornament apparently. I don't know how it shades. Not bad. So yeah, this inventory get. For the Titans, would you look at that? We have the armamentarium. Again, this one's got 20 strength, which I don't know why you would have that on a weapon. Oh, let me read the exotic. Another thing, which is its exotic perk name, gain an additional grenade charge. Simple, it does a thing, and whether you'd like it or not is up to you. You get 1 point in everything and 2 points in strength. Very terrible intellect. Honestly, I do not want this. If you don't already have a version of this, I would say grab it just to unlock it in your inventory, and then maybe farm for it via the exotic engrams or lost sectors. Especially now for PvE, even though they've nerfed the ability regen when it comes down to grenades, there are ways for you to reduce the cooldown outside of, you know, just stacking up on discipline. Perks like Wellspring, Demolitionist. It is still very viable to come up with a grenade build. Grenades do more damage in PvE. I'm pretty sure they'll have something in the artifact next season that has something to do with grenades, or at least ability-esque, where grenades could come in handy. So honestly, I would say definitely you may want to grab at least one of these, and hopefully it is a good roll. This one's not the best roll in the world, but it is at least acceptable when it comes down to either having it or not. So yeah, let's see. Does it have an ornament? Not bad, not bad. So yeah, if you don't already have one of these, definitely grab one and try and see if you can get a decent one and start coming up with grenade builds for next season, because you never know. For the Warlocks, we have the Vesper of Radius. This exotic perk is called Planetary Torrent. Rift Release and Arc Wave when cast. Rift energy recharges faster when you're surrounded by enemies. Got really good recovery at the very least. Okay, discipline. All right, resilience. Okay, intellect. Overall, this would be a good roll, but the issue is that it is a Vesper of Radius. This exotic is terrible. We need Bungie to update this exotic, because honestly, the arc damage, it's not good in PvP, it's not good in PvE, and it is not worth getting surrounded by a whole bunch of enemies in any sort of in-game activity. Bungie, fix this exotic. I wouldn't say that you would be wrong for picking this up, just in case they do fix this exotic or give it a buff. But until then, you know, I would say definitely put this in your vault for now. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, if you're a fashionista, I mean, look at that. Shades pretty well. Definitely, if you're a person who's into fashiony or whatever you guys want to call it, dressiny, it's not bad. That's pretty much all it's good for right now. So throw this in your vault. So I've already looked over all of these weapons. I'm going to be honest, even though some of these are weapons I would usually promote as being decent, a lot of them have terrible rolls, aside from maybe this Timeline's Vertex. For PvP, it's got Snapshot, Firmly Planted. If you want to map people across. In PvP, you can put on liquid coils for that increased impact, reducing the amount of bolts that you need to hit people. You also can increase the range and zoom with this Flash HS5. You even got a range masterwork. So if you're PvP and you've been looking for a fusion rifle for that, and you missed out on the main ingredient that they were selling way back in 2021, this is your second chance to get a really good fusion rifle for PvP. On another note though, I would like to draw your attention to a decent 7 Sheriff CQC shotgun. It's not the best that you can get, you can definitely do better, but this one's got full choke, corkscrew rifling. The main two perks I'm trying to draw your attention to is lead from gold and trench barrel. Trench barrel is not as good as it used to be, but it is at least good enough to be used on this shotgun. And you got lead from gold, which picking up heavy ammo also grants you ammo for this weapon. So if you don't have a good PvE version of the CQC, this is definitely something that will hold you down until you get a better one. As for armor this week, we have the Righteous set, which came back during Season of Dawning, I believe. Gauntlets are trash. Chest piece is serviceable. Get +2 for masterworking it. So if you don't have a decent chest piece for your Titan and you're stocking up on decent armor pieces for Witch Queen, I would direct your attention for this one towards this chest piece right now that they're selling. The helmet, it doesn't have the resilience you need. If you reduce the strength and gave it to, no, actually, if you got rid of the mobility and put it in resilience, I would at least be able to like be okay with this chest piece, but do what you want. If you don't have a decent helmet. This isn't bad. This isn't the worst you can do. You can definitely do better in terms of distribution. These boots, if you could remove mobility and either strength or discipline and put it towards maybe recovery and intellect, it would be a lot better for me. But this isn't the worst that you can go. So you don't want any chest, like any piece of armor that reduces intellect and recovery. It's either or, because you can make up for one or the other, but trying to make up for both is very, very hard given the amount of energy that it costs in order to get that. So yeah, these gauntlets are beautiful. 25 recovery, 19 intellect before you masterwork it. That is a guaranteed 2 points after masterwork. I get it, all the other stats are terrible, but you can make up for that, especially if you keep it arc. You can go radiant light, you can go powerful friends, and then discipline and resilience are things that you can make up depending on the build that you need. Look at what I'm about to do right now. See what I just did there? I need you to do the same. These gauntlets are wonderful. Grab them. Meh. No, not worth it. All right. These boots are beautiful. 22 intellect, or 23 intellect, 22 recovery, and you even got 8 mobility this time. I need you to look at what I'm about to do. See what I just did there? I need you to do the same. Grab these. Hunters are being fed right now by Zer. And last but not least, we have the Warlock. I'm going to say pass on these. They're not the worst, but it's not enough in any stat. $60 overall, but distribution is not great at all. It's a little bit more serviceable, but I'm going to say no. Yeah, no. Nothing stands out here in terms of the Warlock. That's it for today's Zer's video. Let me know in the comment section if you found this video useful, as well as what you'll be picking up from his inventory this week. My name has been The Cell Games. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to